The seventh commandment is, you shall not steal. So this is an important statement, commandment that embraces many aspects of life. So we can begin first. Can a person rob God? Yes, by not giving tithe. So tithe is 10% of our income that belongs to God. So the Old Testament, the nation of Israel gave one tithe for the temple so that the Levites, the priests, could be supplied with their necessities. Then there was another tithe they gave for the poor, the marginalized, the widows, the destitute, the orphans. So in practice they were giving more than 2 tithes. So Lord Jesus Christ said, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the scribes, they were so meticulous, they gave tithe even from the herbs that were grown in the kitchen garden. But Lord said to the disciples, your righteousness should exceed that of the Pharisees. If the Pharisees gave 10%, the disciples of the Lord should willingly give 11%, 12%, so that we exceed the righteousness of Pharisees, because God has loved us and sent His Son to die for us. So we can steal from God. We can steal from others. Like we can steal the time of others. When we are not punctual, when we don't keep up the time, that means we are stealing other people's time. So we can steal the other people's identity. Today we are seeing that there are people who do ID theft. They steal the identity of somebody, and the white collar crimes are done. So stealing can happen in various ways, and in some places stealing the innocence of others. Some people are innocent, but deceptive people can steal their innocence, leading them into sexual crimes or other kinds of crimes, and stealing the ignorance of others. When people do not know certain things, the people can deliberately mislead them. So blind, putting the roadblocks before the blind, is stealing the ignorance or stealing the innocence, stealing the inability of others. So stealing is basically taking something which does not belong to us. So one kind of stealing is taking dowry. So taking dowry is an act of covetousness. So that does not belong to us. So it is demanded. So the other family is pushed into debts just because the person decides to loot the other. So this commandment is very clear that we are not supposed to steal. We are to honor and trust others. So another way of stealing is using different ways. Proverb clearly teaches using different ways is also stealing. That means having different standards for different people is another way of deception and stealing. So may God help us to examine ourselves so that we don't take anything from anybody that does not rightfully belong to us. May God bless us.